My wife went out for one of her usual walks. Me and her had been fighting a lot. At first, they were just dumb little fights, but then they started getting more and more aggressive. I wasn't happy with our fights, but I felt the need to argue with her. We just finished arguing, then she went out for one of her walks. After she left, I stepped outside for a breather. And my neighbor waved at me, so I waved back. A couple of hours went by and my wife still hasn't returned. I was starting to get worried at this point, so I called the police because I believed she went missing. The police investigated. The next morning came and the police weren't able to find out where she went or what happened to her. The police started questioning around the neighborhood. The police came back to me and said that they were told by a number of people that we had been arguing. I told a police officer that was true. The police officer said not just arguing, but arguing where it could have been aggressive. Nope, I told the officer that I couldn't even have killed my wife because I wasn't home. The officer asked if anyone can vouch that for me. I told her yes, my neighbor can. He saw me outside. Indeed, the neighbor did. The police then laid off my back, at least until more evidence would be found. I smirked as the police drove away. The next day, the police came back to me and told me that they found her body. I went with the police to tell them if it was really her or not. When I saw the body, it looked exactly like my wife. I told the police it was her. I was so sad. I had tears on my face. The police felt bad for me, and they told me to take it easy at home for the rest of the night. When I got home, I smiled. Why, you may ask? Because I just got away with murdering my own wife. She was inside the freezer this whole time. After our argument and she left for her walk, I went out driving because I was so mad. I saw her on the street and hit her. She was dead moments later, so then I went home and put her in the freezer. I was panicking and my wife's twin sister came over because she couldn't get in contact with her sister. I knew the only way I wouldn't get caught is if I buried her body, but it was too late. Her body was already frozen. The autopsy would show that. So I killed my wife's twin sister and buried her body. The body the cops found. Oh, and how was I at home during that time? You may ask. This wasn't me at my house. That was my twin brother.